Trump has not been perfect on these policies. I've made that clear many, many times. But Biden has been a catastrophe. So I will be voting for Trump.
I mean, everybody knew that it was coming. Nikki Haley, who was one of the first Republicans in the primary to kind of criticize Trump a little bit, thinking that that was somehow a path to victory, and then eventually was pretty critical of him. And as we're gonna show you, had some harsh things to say about one of the worst people in American history, has inevitably bent the knee. She is not interested in this being her final run. She's not interested in being banished to the political hinterlands or whatever. And so she's gonna bend the knee, she's gonna bow down, she's gonna kiss the ring. They almost all do in the end. It's just particularly ironic considering the things she said about him. So in case you've forgotten those, here's a reminder.
The problem now is he is not the same person he was in 2016. He is unhinged. He is more diminished than he was. He's gotten more unstable and unhinged. I feel no need to kiss the ring. I have no fear of Trump's retribution.
Hey, I'm glad you're here. Listen, in order for the damage report to keep on going, we need viewers like you to become a member on YouTube. Can you click the join button on YouTube today? Thank you. Maybe a little bit of fear. I feel no need to kiss the ring. So was it not a need? Was it a desire? Why did you do it if you didn't need to do it? No, but seriously, there is disagreeing on policy, and then there's he's unhinged, he's diminished. Those are things that MSNBC would say about Donald Trump, and yet she kissed the ring. Now, before we discuss, I wanna be fair. I always wanna be fair here. That is what she had to say about Trump. It's only fair as she now will try to get her voters to support Donald Trump, to remind you all of what Donald Trump has said, not about her, but about her voters. Take a look.
Nikki Haley has made an unholy alliance with rhinos, never Trumpers, Americans for no prosperity. Did you ever hear of Americans for no prosperity? Globalists and radical left communists to get liberals and Biden supporters to vote for her in the Republican primary.
I also want to remind you, he explicitly said at one point that if you supported Nikki Haley and if you donated to Nikki Haley in the primary, he did not want your support. I think he's gonna want those voters, which is strange since they're such left-wing commies and rhinos and all that. Yaz, what do you think?
This is the epitome of the problem with the two-party system that we've got. No system is perfect, I get that. But when you only have two parties, the only possible outcome, regardless of how long it takes to get there, is political polarization. And the polarization inevitably is going to get worse over time. There is no middle. The middle, centrism, whatever you want to call it, it's simply untenable and unrealistic at this point. But this is one of the things that we've always known about the Republicans too, is they always bow down to the establishment, always, right? They always fall in line behind the party. What's funny to me though, is why do people like Nikki Haley and even Ted Cruz say such horrible things about Trump, right? Knowing that they will eventually have to backtrack. Everyone knew that Trump was going to inevitably be the GOP nominee for 2024. She still went out of her way to say, I feel no need to kiss the ring. And then now she's doing it. She had to have known that this was where she was gonna end up, right? I don't understand that part.
Yeah, I'm sure that they in the moment like being able to lob a couple of insults at him, but as you say, they know they're gonna end up bowing down. And I want for them to be able to say what they really think about him. It's very freeing to be able to be honest about Trump and not worry about the retribution because you know you're never gonna turn around and support him. The ability to call him a fascist Yeti-pubed man-child. You can do that if you're never gonna try to get him to endorse you. I don't expect he'll endorse me and I'm perfectly happy with that. Anyway, I wanna remind you all that while he was very vicious towards those voters, he's probably gonna need them. Now, he says he doesn't need them. He said that they'll probably get on board, but he doesn't need them. Except that the math doesn't really bear that out necessarily. If you take a look at what are considered Haley protest votes, in that these are the votes that she got in primary contests after she had dropped out. She's not gonna win, but people were so committed to voting for her rather than Trump that they went out and voted anyway. So in Pennsylvania, she got 147,000 votes, a legitimately large amount considering she wasn't in the race anymore. That is close to twice what Biden beat Trump by in 2020. In Wisconsin, it was 76,000, nearly 4 times what Biden beat Trump by in 2020. In Arizona, it was over 110,000, 11 times what Biden beat Trump by. I mean, I'm not great at math and clearly Trump isn't, but I think you may need them actually. Maybe you should be the one kissing the ring, the collective ring of all these people who aren't exactly buying what you're selling. Any final thoughts before we move on?
I was muted. Yeah, Trump knows that in a two-party system, people will vote for the Republican on the ballot. Haley supporters will likely vote for Trump only because they won't vote for Biden, maybe for no other reason apart from the fact that they will not vote for a Democrat. That's the problem that we've got. I'm not trying to we're not going to fix it right now. So we have to deal with the system we have, but Trump is well aware of that fact. So he can say whatever he wants, and he knows that certain people will vote for him no matter how much they hate him or how much he hates them.
Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.